So good evening, and it is the evening of the 19th day in the month of May 2026, and it is a rainy weather and a very cloudy weather out there, but we are here to work, and we have to work, but admonished that because of the rains, whatever you have to do, you want to do, you must take precautions, because like we have been told, soon it is going to rain very heavily. Places that will be flooded, and places that will be choked. Yes, this is the dialogue, and this show, as I always say, comes your way Tuesdays 7 a.m. as well as Sunday 6 p.m. that is Tuesday, and on Thursday that is 7 a.m. Now here we say it as it is. Here we don't banter. We speak truth to power, because we are the indigenes, we are the citizens. And so, therefore, we have to build our own nations, but not leaving the nation in the hands of so-called leaders who, some are very mischievous, some, because of their parochial interests, is why they are there. They aren't there for you and I. They are there for their self-interest. And so, we must help build our own nation, but not relying on so-called leaders. Now, this evening, like I always do, I'll never sit on set on this program without motivating you, because at least listening to somebody, it is for no reason why people pay money or even travel, go pay money just to listen to motivational speakers. It enhances your life. It helps your life. So that tomorrow, if you so want to commit suicide, just listen to a motivational message may help you rescind your decision of committing suicide. I pray none of my viewers thinks such. Now this evening, what I have for you by way of motivation is that the harder you work, the more confident you become. That is very simple. The harder you work, the more confident you become. Yeah, so it is displayed on your screen beautifully. The harder you work, the more confident you become. The saying is like this. Experience is the best teacher. Yes, that is one side of it. Experience is the best teacher. So whatever you are doing, you find the more and harder you work at it, right? The more experience you become, or the more confident you become. Some like this, when we started this thing, we are sitting here doing this evening, was some sort of panicking, because right from school, go sit on set, it wasn't easy. But as we kept on working harder, and kept on persisting, being consistent, the more confident you become. Yes, so keep on working harder. Whatever you find yourself, you may be an apprentice. Today you start your apprenticeship. Tomorrow you are learning, watching your master. Before you know it, you become so confident you can work without any supervision. Yes, you can work without any supervision. So the harder you work, the more confident you become. This is what I have for you by way of motivation. I am Franklin Cadwell, but this evening I'm going to have a very important personality who is a member of the opposition New Patriotic Party, and he is vying for leadership. And so this evening we are going to talk leadership. We are going to talk about how organization is done in political parties, all political parties for that matter, because there is a position in all political parties called organizer, national organizer, constituency organizer, branch organizer. I think they also have, they have branch organizer. So the organizer position, what is the function? What is their role in the political parties? That is what we are going to look at this evening. And so you are an integral part of this program. And so that is the reason why you have to pick the number. That is 0246 239070, 0246 239070. And so you send your message, your WhatsApp message, and your SMS message, and we shall reach to the entire world to hear. And we are very active as well on YouTube and Facebook. So You can also join the feed on Facebook and share your comment with us. And on YouTube, you subscribe to the channel, share, and like the program for us. There's the dialogue. And here, I'm going to take a breather when I am back. But you know something? The political party NPP, as I speak, some are electing their polling station executives. And there are so many skirmishes, so many misunderstandings. Just this party, small internal election, and there are so many misunderstandings here, especially the New Jabin North constituency. But that's not what we are going to look at this evening. Like I said, we are looking at leadership in the various political parties, especially the organizer, national organizer, constituency organizer, branch organizer, what have you. We are going to look at this evening, and so you have to call a friend to call another that the show is on, the dialogue. I'll be back in a jiffy. Stay.
Yo, I'm for and then Yamakwaba at the bar, a KFM musical shopper. The Tosumi no, who free a Kumasa Malcolm that Damhono, a sunny at the bar at Dumuno, Sabran Udu, a Sambra Junction, Sambra Hotel, Quantana Sope. Now shop no any Sambra Hotel and the Dinja anymore. Would the free Sambra Hotel, a wool sunny at the co, Nankane and Hagan Hono, Annie, a hawk and a KFM musical shop. Deɛ tɔso mmienu yɛabie no foforɔ na deɛ ɛka ne sɛ mfidie papapa ɛtumi kyɛ deɛ wode yɛ asɔre deɛ wode goro agoro ahodoɔ dwumadeɛ bi a wode wobɛhia ɛyɛ mfidie mekyerɛ musical instrument bia no ɛyɛ KFM enti wɔ se Ghana muntie Asanteman muntie ɛyɛ KFM musical shop ana sabre yɛabie no foforɔ mo no kyɛn ɛwɔ Prempeh the second street Wufri old man come down and I will sunny ediko adumno and udu Sambra Hotel Quantana so not what done on Sunny Faso a hot anas KFM musical shop ye ewo Yanni Sambra Hotel ana ewe anymore ya chow abribia
John Messi Sir Maya Brown and I say Maya Jar Nefree Kumasia do KFM instrument store Obi bisa say bo me fo dia what to no woni sida what dey near my papa e gira woni na what to say yes what to no bibi aka wakoma ni nyina free KFM instrument store Kumasi Adum se mi gira ho na me to no ma mi tibi ya ho me ka fi say fidi papa nu anim na mi gira no wo be try ye ko ma ya do se kana kananka kaneu ensem foi.
So thank you for staying, and this is the dialogue. And well, like I was saying earlier, we are talking leadership this evening. But before we go on that, there's a video of the people of the Equiapim area, that is New Jabin South constituency. They've had some internal elections, and there are so many issues surrounding that election. Others are having peaceful elections, but there are so many issues surrounding others. All right, I don't know why it is happening so. But that aside, I said earlier that we are talking leadership in the various political parties. That is especially organizer, yes, national organizer, constituency organizer. What are their roles? What are their functions? Right? How do they organize the entirety of the party members, from national executive down to the last person at the branch level. How do they organize them? So that whenever there is a function, they all group or they all come to where they are supposed to have their program and have the program properly done. How do they organize? And what do they do to be able to organize the entirety of the party members? That is what we are looking at this evening. And so if you have an idea, you are a member of a political party, lots of them, the major ones, NDC, NPP, the rest being CPP, PPP, NDP, and so on and so forth. And how do they organize their people? Is it a work that is very cumbersome? Because organizing people, Africa, our time, how we deal with our time is far or quite different from what other countries do, right? I'm saying this because when we give somebody time, all right, come here 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., we say there's something that we always use, African time. It is an insult to us, though, but we keep using such words and keep going after such behavior, all right? So you are giving 5 p.m., and instead of reaching there before 5 or getting there before 5, you get there 6 or 7. And we call it African time. Elsewhere, it isn't like that. If it is 6, it is 6. All right, so how do they manage to organize human beings as party members? And what is the, if you are an organizer of a party, a political party, what is your function? What is your role as a member, being it constituency organizer, being it, what is the name, national organizer or branch what? Organizer, or polling station, yes, polling station what? Organizer. So these are what we are going to look at this evening. And like I said, if you have an idea or you have any opinion to share with us or to share with the entire world, you can share with us on, that is your comment on Facebook. You can as well share with us on WhatsApp and SMS messages. That is on 0246 23 9070, 246 23 9070. And so that is it. But whilst I wait for the guest to sit with us, there is some sort of good news to all of us. We spoke exclusively about this in the morning, on the morning session of the program, the dialogue. That is IMF, right? IMF, there has been a successful implementation of the IMF deal that started somewhere 2023. And after 3 years, we are actually exiting, but delving into, maybe use the word, derailing to what we call the non-financial support and technical support from the IMF. Yes, so that is about it. But I want to take a quick breather whilst we allow our guests to sit so that we can digest reasons why we are here this evening. So I'll be back in a GB stay.
Are you a musician, church, band, school, or an audio engineer looking for professional audio equipment for your work? Don't worry. KFM Music Center has all the equipment and instruments you need. We have from drums, keyboards, combos, guitars, microphones, PA systems, brass instruments, studio equipment, lighting systems, among others. We import all kinds of electronics and musical instruments from top brands such as American GLS, Behringer, Sabian, Yoga, M Audio, Nutric, Tama, among others. You can locate KFM Music Center at Zongo Lane between the Benjilo Building and the Children's Hospital. You can contact us on the numbers displayed on your screen. KFM Music Center, where quality costs less.
Are you still driving fuel cars in this modern era? The future of driving is here. KFM Limited, lead distributors of electronic vehicles, have made transportation easy and efficient. Behind me are 3 of their beautiful new brands: Leap Moto, Giomi, and Nami. Come with me, let's explore the fine details. Leap Moto, let me tell you a bit about its interior. Like you can see, the interior is heavenly, right? There's a whole wheel and everything in here is in shades of gray. So we have light and dark gray, very classy. We have 2 screens to your display. This very screen gives you everything about the infotainment. We have its mileage, how far it can take you. On your journey with this electric car, you can switch it into just 3 comfortable modes. It's either the standard for a regular drive, the sports mode for a fast mode, or the economy to manage your battery strength. If you charge it in about 6 hours, it should take you 310 kilometers. Yes, you can go to Kumasi and back. I get that. Leap Moto, your option, your choice if you're a new driver like myself. Let's try the other. Now to my favorite. It's called Geely Giomi. Come with me, let's toy in it. All you need is this keyless key. You just make sure it's handy and around. And as the moment you open the car, it starts on its own. Like the interior speaks for itself. Glorious black and white. In its all glory, beautiful wheel, and you have a very lengthy screen. It gives you same 3 modes: standard, economy, and sports for a high or fast rider like myself. Now to my very final brand I'd like to introduce you to. It's called Nami, Sky Blue Nami. Come with me, let me tell you a bit more about it. Nami, like all the other electronic cars, is beautiful. Its interior is a glamorous 2 shades of gray, light gray and darker gray. With 2 beautiful screens, this one gives you information and entertainment. This gives you the battery strength. Nami can travel 330 kilometers. It can go to Kumasi and back. If you charge it for 6 hours, you're good to go. You can also fast charge it for 3 hours. Beautiful wheel and everything you need. Nami, my preference everywhere. Do you desire an electronic vehicle in Ghana? We have various payment options, including hire purchase. Contact KFM Limited with the numbers below the screen. We have you sorted.
So thank you for staying, and this is the dialogue on KFM TV. Now, for some reason, the guest has not been able to make it here, but there's something that I want to show you. Like I said earlier, if you get to some parts of the New Jabin North constituency, there are votes going on there. It happened last Friday, and if you get to a Fiduasi polling station executives or polling station executive elections, what happened? I want us to see that video. Then we speak to the one on the grounds and ask him questions as to why a political party will continue heading this way. Let's see that video now.
Mini line. I had a mini line. So I said, mini line. I said, you're not the man. I don't know. The Baha and I will problem. I had a meeting there. I have a woman giving me cold. You said that you know. Oh, me look for the now the time.
Okay, so that video is from a Fiduasi police station and executive election that happened on Friday, just last Friday, and you saw how peaceful they organized theirs and voting ongoing legally, all right, smoothly for everyone to make exercise his or what franchise just to elect a polling station executive on the ticket of the NPP. And there are other places that there were even ballot boxes were snatched, or people did not even find their names on the register, yes, and to be able to vote. And people were agitating, the electorate there were agitating, and some were, you heard some voices, but let's see what happened in that particular video where people were prevented from voting, or people were not allowed to exercise their franchise just to elect a polling station executive. If this is happening internally, then what happens next when you are heading towards to vote in national chairman and so on and so forth? Let's see that video. When we come back, we'll have the person online via phone in to tell us exactly why some places are very peaceful and others are taking the law into their own hands and doing whatever pleases them. Are those people going to be put before the disciplinary committee? Let's see that video. When we are back, we'll look at that. Let's see.
Oh, me look for the moon. Now the time. Mini line mo. I had a mini line mo. Mini line mo. So I said, "Them Islamic." Now I'm just one line. Guys, I had a mini line mo. I said, "Them Islamic." You're not the man to I don't know the Baha and I will problem. I had a mix up there.
All right, so that you saw the second video there before the initial one played again, but you saw how disorganized the whole place was, and the other one peacefully people are voting just to elect polling station executives on the ticket of the MPP, and the others are disorganized. Reason why, well, somebody called Asante Entry, who has hijacked the entire process, all right, and not allowing people to vote. And also, I don't know if people are not finding their names on the register, and if, I don't know if he's in charge of whatever goes on there, but we had wanted to speak to Kankam, that is Kankam Chumesi, right? He's on the field to talk to us or to tell us about what is actually going on, what happened during the election and of the polling station executives on Friday, why the Asante Entry is hijacking the entire process. But we are hitting the lines. He isn't answering yet. But if you have anything to share with us, you can share that on 0246. That is 23 9070 0246 23 9070. So you can see the video on the screen there, and people are actually agitating, and I don't know if that is legal enough for somebody to, as a party member or leader in the party, will hijack an entire process that helps to elect polling station executives. Yes, so that is what is going on there, and it's so hitting the lines to make sure that we get Kankam Chumesi, who is an assemblyman at Kofi Krom in the New Jabin North constituency in the Eastern region. He is on the field. He knows what is going on, and so we wanted to speak to him to take details from him, but the lines are not helping us. But until we get him, we are waiting for your comments or your messages on 0246 23 9070 0246 23 9070. Let me go for a short breather. I'll be back in a jiffy. Yeah, so we'll take a short breather. Just stay, we'll be back in a jiffy.
Yo, I'm on for and I am on Kwaba at the bar, a KFM musical shopper. The Tosumi no, who free a Kumasi Malcolm that dam hono, a sunny at the bar at Dumuno, Sabran Udu, a Sambra Junction, Sambra Hotel in Quantana Sope. Now shop on any Sambra Hotel and the Dinja anymore. Would the free Sambra Hotel a wool sunny at the co, Nankane and Hagan hono, Anne, a ho, and a KFM musical shop. Ye Tosumi no, ye bien the fofro, na de Ekani seb, Enfidie papa etimiche. The Odia sorry, the Odi grow agro ahudo. Juma de be a woody obey here a young fidie musical instrument piano, a KFM into a sea. Ghana Muntie Asante Mai Muntie, a KFM musical shop. Anna Sabre, ya bien for from Monochai. ɛwɔ Prempeh the second street wofiri old Melcom down na wo sane ɛde kɔ adum no ane udu Sambra Hotel nkwanta no so na wadane onsa nifa so ɔhɔ ana KFM musical shop yi ɛwɔ yɛne Sambra Hotel ana ɛhwɛ animu yɛtwa ho abrebia
gyina mese sɛ mɛyɛ proud anaasɛ mɛyɛ dwa mɛfiri kumasi adu KFM instrument store obi bisa sɛ asɛ bɔ mɛnsi wodeɛ a woto no a wɔni nsi da wode nneɛma papa gyina w'anim na wɔto wotumi sɛ yes wɔto no biribi aka wakoma ne nyina firi KFM instrument store kumasi adu sɛ megyina hɔ na meto nnwom a metumi nya ahomeka fi sɛ mfidi papa mu anim na megyina no wobɛtena yɛkɔ ma yɛde wo sika na atwa nanka kanewu ɛnsɛmfoɔyi
Are you still driving fuel cars in this modern era? The future of driving is here. KFM Limited, lead distributors of electronic vehicles, have made transportation easy and efficient. Behind me are 3 of their beautiful new brands: Leap Moto, Giomi, and Nami. Come with me, let's explore the fine details. Leap Moto, let me tell you a bit about its interior. Like you can see, the interior is heavenly, right? There's whole wheel and everything in here is in shades of gray. So we have light and dark gray, very classic. We have 2 screens to your display. This very screen gives you everything about the infotainment. We have its mileage, how far it can take you. On your journey with this electric car, you can switch it into just 3 comfortable modes. It's either the standard for a regular drive, the sports mode for a fast mode, or the economy to manage your battery strength. If you charge it in about 6 hours, it should take you 310 kilometers. Yes, you can go to Kumasi and back. I get that. Leap Moto, your option, your choice if you're a new driver like myself. Let's try the other. Now to my favorite. It's called Geely Giomi. Come with me, let's toy in it. All you need is this keyless key. You just make sure it's handy and around. And as the moment you open the car, it starts on its own. Like the interior speaks for itself. Glorious black and white. In its all glory, beautiful wheel, and you have a very lengthy screen. It gives you same 3 modes: standard, economy, and sports for a high or fast rider like myself. Now to my very final brand I'd like to introduce you to. It's called Nami, Sky Blue Nami. Come with me, let me tell you a bit more about it. Nami, like all the other electronic cars, is beautiful. Its interior is a glamorous 2 shades of gray, light gray and darker gray. With 2 beautiful screens, this one gives you information and entertainment. This gives you the battery strength. Nami can travel 330 kilometers. It can go to Kumasi and back. If you charge it for 6 hours, you're good to go. You can also fast charge it for 3 hours. Beautiful wheel and everything you need. Nami, my preference everywhere. Do you desire an electronic vehicle in Ghana? We have various payment options, including hire purchase. Contact KFM Limited with the numbers below the screen. We have you sorted.
All right, we are grateful you could stay, and this is the dialogue. But you know what? We have been hitting the lines, and we've not gotten through. I think because of the weather. I spoke about some places experiencing the rain, and others very cloudy. But I'm very sure because of that, we aren't getting through to Kankam, who is supposed to speak to what is happening or what's actually happened during the elections at New Joabin North constituency. And but you know, we have to work, and so it is going to be between you and I, a tete-a-tete between you and I. And but you know what? I sat here some time ago, and even I think this morning I spoke a little bit about it. The supply of street lights on our roads or our streets, and the supply of traffic lights on our roads and our streets. I always say that whatever traffic light or street light you see on your road, you are actually paying for. If you don't know, you are not aware, you are not privy to that information, you pay for. How do you pay? Let's see this scenario. If you go to buy, let's say, 100 cedi prepaid, or you are paying 100 cedis light bill, right? 3% of that is cut, all right, just for the supply of traffic lights and street lights. Yes. So wherever you are, wherever road you use as a pedestrian, if such roads do not have street lights and traffic lights at night, traffic lights even during the day, it means governments, not this government, but since 1992, governments have been misappropriating your money. That is your fund. That is a little tax you pay so that they will supply street lights and traffic lights on your streets. So what we have to do as a people now is to speak up. All right? If you don't speak up, then, like I always say here, if you don't speak up, then you are telling the leader or the politician to take you for granted. Do anything that pleases them. That is one. So the best thing we have to do as a people, those who vote for them, is to speak up. Don't fear to be arrested. Don't fear to be killed. Killed by who? Arrested by who? You voted for people, you gave them power. I always say that this kokromoti, that power that has this kokromoti, is a little that you give to the leader there. That is John Mahama as president, the MP that represents you in the Parliament House, the assemblyman who is representing you in your district, your metropolis, or the municipality. So if you vote for them and you don't speak up for them to do the right thing, it means you are finding job for them to do, right? At the end of the day, the end of the week or month, they are going to receive their salaries. And when they are going home, they are going to receive their ex gratia, end of service benefits. How about you who voted for them? You understand what I mean this evening? You voted for them to work, to serve you. And so you are not supposed to sit there adamant, all right, unperturbed, all right, allowing them to do whatever pleases them. So I'm just calling on us, all of us, to do the right thing by calling on politicians. Some of them, like I said, are just there for their parochial interest, self-interest. So you must make sure that you keep them on their toes and make sure they account to you the monies you pay for traffic light, the monies you pay for our street lights. Where are those street lights? Where are those traffic lights? And so in the morning, we actually spoke about the entire country. About 63% of our roads, okay, it is only about 63% of our roads that have traffic lights. How about the rest? It means about 37% do not have a traffic light. It's the reason why we have these carnages on our roads. It is a factor why we have this lots of carnages. People are being knocked down by vehicles. So call on your leaders. Let's call on our leaders so they supply to us what is needed. Now, that aside, there are houses or housing deficit in the country. We hear last week that John Dramani Mahama, the president of the day, has made a promise and has said that he is going to supply or build houses for civil servants, teachers, and nurses. All right. So that is a good policy that he wants to undertake. And if he's able to do that, I think kudos to the country. Why? Because nurses, teachers, civil servants suffer in getting places to lay their heads. We also hear that if these buildings are built, they are going to be mortgaged, all right, so that, or mortgaged, so that they stay or live in such houses and later on pay within 15 and 20 years. So it is a good call and it is a good thing the government is doing. And so I think if that is done, and the houses are started and not left unfinished, it is going to help the entire country. I'm saying this because of some houses that are now left in the bushes to rot. Houses at Sagleme, that project is still left in the bushes to rot. Not occupied by human beings, but occupied by, I don't know if I should call them squatters, occupied by reptiles, snakes, and lizards. And a project that was constructed or was started with a huge amount of money, dollars, is left in the bushes to rot away. And then we have the Commander Sugar Factory. Sometimes when I mention this, it is so pathetic. Why? Because it is also money that we used in building such or putting up such factory. But because of government, successive government, or because of politics, that project is still in the bushes. Nobody is there to work in it. Whereas we say that there are lots of youth who are not getting jobs to do. You hear this? There are lots of youth who are not getting jobs to do. Whereas we have a factory somewhere, the Commander Sugar Factory is sitting there, not in operation. Okay? We are still importing tons and tons of sugar into this country. On the day John Mahama was cutting salt or announcing for the building of houses for civil servants, teachers, and nurses, we have that video. Let's see that video once again. And when I am back, I would want you to call onto the program or share your views with us on WhatsApp. That is on 0246 23 9070. 0246 23 9070. That is on WhatsApp as well as SMS. Let's see that video. The day John Mahama, the president, was announcing the building of houses for teachers, nurses, and civil servants. Let's see that video now.
Equity. Housing must not be confined to only major cities. Regional and district capitals must also benefit from our housing initiative. A low-cost housing scheme for public sector workers is being implemented in partnership with organized labor and financial institutions. Nurses, teachers, doctors, and civil servants must have access to safe and dignified homes. At the height of this effort is an innovative housing financing framework anchored in a 3 billion revolving fund. This fund is going to be in partnership between government, organized labor, and the private sector, and it will enable workers to acquire homes in cities with manageable long-term repayments. So what is going to happen is government, organized labor, Social Security and National Insurance Trust, and the Republic Bank of Ghana are going to create a 3 billion revolving fund. And so companies like SHC, TDC, and all the housing companies will be given credit from this fund to build houses. And then the banks will give mortgages for the workers to buy the houses and pay over a 15-20-year period. And let me also announce that these houses are going to be indexed in cedis, not dollars. The houses will be indexed in cedis. And so if you take a mortgage on the house, the mortgage will be in cedis and not in dollars. This will solve the problem where when the cedi was under a lot of pressure, it led to increasing mortgages for people. Happily, the cedi has stabilized and is holding its own against the foreign currencies. And so the houses will be indexed in cedis, and we know that because of the low inflation rate, it means that the cost of the house is not going to continue to rise unduly.
So I think and believe that it is a very laudable initiative, a very good initiative, and this is going to end. One very good aspect is that teachers or civil servants or nurses who may acquire these houses, if it is completed or they are completed, are not paying in what? Dollars, because we are using cedi, and so they will pay in cedi, and they are going to pay between 15-20 years. What do you think about that initiative? If it is a good initiative for you, you can call on 0246 23 9070, 0246 23 9070. Then also, I am always a passenger on vehicles, and that aside, these are drivers and mates, driver mates on our roads. You know what? This thing started somewhere late 2000. Oh yeah, that is it. If my memory serves me right. Where when we get to rush hours, right? Prime hours, rush hours. Then drivers and their mates will decide to take the law into their hands and charge unnecessary fares. And then two, if they realize that there are more passengers on the roads, they decide to charge more than necessary fares. Three, if these drivers realize that the road isn't good, in good or proper shape, they decide to charge more than unnecessary fares. Now, I think that Ministry of Transport must do something about this. One aspect of it is when they are on the road and they are picking passengers. Let's assume you are going to Insawam from Accra here, Circle here to Insawam. From Accra to Circle, or Circle to Insawam is about 15 cedis. If you will alight on the way, maybe midday thereabout, you are paying 10 cedis. But you know what happens? Instead of the mates or the drivers taking the exact amount, 10 cedis, this is what they do. They will shout in Insawam street, right? Or Accra street. So it means whoever, wherever you are alighting, get on board that vehicle. You are going to pay, instead of the usual 10 cedis, you are going to pay 15 cedis. That is what mates and drivers are doing on our roads. Sometimes as well, what they do is that they move piece by piece. That's what they use, the word they use. So from Accra or Circle here to maybe the vehicle is heading to Insawam, they won't say they are going to Insawam. They will say that they are going to maybe Barrier, yes, right? So you have to pay Barrier fare. When they get to Barrier, right, they will say they are going to Amasaman, right? They are en route towards Amasaman. Then you have to pay from what is Barrier to Amasaman. There you have to pay that one too. Then when they get to Amasaman, they will say now they are going to Midye, right? So you have to sit on the same vehicle and pay media fare again. Then when they get to media, then they will shout in Sawam. Okay, so in just a journey of about 10 cities or 15 cities, you are going to pay about 20-25 for cities. And I think this is unlawful, and I think Ministry of Roads and Highways, Ministry of Transport for that matter, must take care or take charge of this and make sure that these unscrupulous mates, why do I mention nurses? Okay, these bad mates and drivers on our roads will do the right thing. I think they should be arrested. Yes, I think they should be arrested and arraigned before court because this is illegal. But I also hope that Transport Ministry will make sure that the roads are properly done. Roads that are in very bad shape are properly done and properly constructed, so that we can all enjoy the country for ourselves and for posterity yet to be born. So that is it. Here is where I am going to leave the set, because we actually wanted to talk about leadership and what leadership is all about in the various political parties, as well as the position organizer, right? Organizer position in the political parties, what their functions are, what the role they play in the political parties. But the one that we invited actually was in picking our call. Yes, for us, we speak true to power. We don't derail from what we are supposed to say. He wasn't picking our call, and so therefore we have to let go. And so yes, where time will allow us, I want to say thank you to everyone, MCR departments, producers, then also directors, camera departments, and then editing bench. Yes, making sure that all the videos are properly done before they are shown on TV. And then social media, making sure that we are seen on Facebook, we are seen on YouTube, as well as other platforms. I am Franklin Cadwell. We are going to meet Thursday, 7 a.m. Be kind and be good to yourself and be good to people. Bye-bye for now.